Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to cover some practice problems. We are going to code together and learn, strengthen our concept into for loop, while loop and if and else conditional statement. In my last three videos, I already covered these three concepts like if and else conditional statement, for loop and while loop. If you are not familiar with this concept, I will strongly recommend you refer those videos. I will provide the link into the description box. So in this four practice problem, the last one will be really interesting, where we are going to create a game, develop a game with using if else statement and loops. I am going to provide the code so that you can reference it when you practice the problem, and I will put the link into the comment section. You can download from there. If you are already not a member of this channel and not subscribed yet, then please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, as I upload new videos and content every week, and you will not miss any important video and content, so that it will help you in your coding journey. And I'm sure you are going to enjoy this video a lot. So let's don't waste any more time and straight jump in another interesting one today. Okay, let's see our first practice problem. So what we are doing here, we are iterating through the below given list. We have a list. We need to go iterate through this list. We need to find which numbers are even, and then we need to add those even numbers in a list, new list. But we need to make sure that we should not add any number which is after 237. So we need to break the iteration after 237. Okay, cool. Let's write the pseudocode here quickly before writing the program. First, we'll create a new blank list. Then what we will do? We need to iterate through the list. Now the question is, you will iterate for loop or while loop. You need to create a loop, right? When you iterate. So now it is a for and while. Now see, if this is my take. Here we have a list. So we have a fixed number of items here. Now if we go for a while loop, you need to maintain the index. For the for loop, you don't need to do that. Then this will be more easy, right? For loop to iterate it through the list. So we are going to use for loop then. Next is need to have a conditional block. When you're iterating, you need to check if the number is even or odd. How to check the number? This is a decision, right? We know we can take a decision with a conditional block called if. And we are going to use the modulo operator to check that if there is a remainder or not. If there is a remainder, it's odd. If remainder equal to 0, then it's even. There will be another condition also, that if any of the item, when you are iterating through the items, if any of the item is equal to 237, we need to stop the iteration then and there. We should not go after that. Now it's pretty simple. After we write the pseudocode, let's write the program. So first we need to create a blank list, right? Let's create the blank list. So we create a blank list. Now we are writing the for loop. Then we are checking if when you are looping through for each of the item, so it is a iterator variable. When you looping through each number here one by one, we are checking those numbers is even or not. How we are checking? With the modulo operator, dividing by 2 if there is a remainder or not. If the remainder is 0, that means it's even. Then we are appending to the new list. Append we already know. In the append method in the list, we will add one item to the list. So we either have a blank list. If we are getting an even number, then we keep appending this number in the list. That we are doing in this. And then second block of conditional statement, where we are checking when we are iterating through the number, one point of time, if we get the 237, we will not check anymore. We will end the loop then and then. How to end the loop? We can end the loop with the break statement. If we use the break statement, we already looked into the break statement in the last two videos, while loop and for loop, both the cases. When you use the break statement, it end the loop there and there, and it will exit. And once it exit from the loop, we will print the list, the new list. It should have all the even number appended. Let's run it. See, we got it. So we have up to 9187. When it get 227, it end the loop. It should not add, and added all the even number, and it exit the loop after 227. Let's see our second practice problem. Okay, keep asking users for a number. If user input a even number, then print even, else print odd. And if user enters 0, then exit the program. Okay, there are a couple of things. First of all, if user input or even number and then print even, so we need to check a particular number is even or odd, and we know already how to check. There would be if block, and we'll use the modulo operator. If remainder is 0, with the when you using the modulo operator with 2, then it will be even, or it will be odd. So it will be if and else block. This is clear. But keep asking user for a number. That means we do not know how many times we need to ask user. We need to keep asking the user. We do not know the numbers, how many times we need to ask the user. That means we do not have any specific number of times to iterate something. That means we are going to use while loop. Right, correct. You got it. We should use while loop here. Next point is asking user for a number. So we need to get a user input. Do we know how to get user input? No, we never covered it till now. Let's learn this new thing first. So how to get a user input? So in Python, there is a function called input, which you can write like this input, and you can add also some text also. So when you run it, this particular set of block of code, line of code, it will ask user to enter the number, okay, or anything, some input from the user. And when user enter it, you can save it in a variable. Let's say I am saving it the variable n. So whatever user will input here, I am saving it a variable n. Let's run this one. You see, it's asking for the user input, and also it print the argument you passed in the input function. This is great, right? Now let's say I put 12 here. Now if I print n here, I will see 12. Okay, but one thing I need to bring your attention here. If you see the type of this variable now n, then you will see that this string, the type is string. That means whatever the value user passes, if it is an integer, then also it's convert to string. This is by default behavior for the input function. So for that, if you expect a number or integer from the user, you need to typecast it, the int function. So if you run now this one and say run, put 12 here, run again. Now if you see the type, you will see integer. So we want that, right? So that's good. Now you understood how the input function work, and so how we can get input from the user. This is very good. I mean, this is a very powerful function. So by this way, we can get input from the user. But remember again, this point is important. Whenever user put any input in this input function, by default it convert to a string. So you need to do a proper typecasting depending on what type of value you are looking for. Now let's write this code. We need to keep asking. So we don't know the exact number, how many times we need to ask. So we should go for a while loop here. The perfect candidate for the while loop. So what will be the while loop condition? It will be true because we keep asking user. We'll getting the user input and storing into a particular variable called num. Please input a number to know even or odd, and we are saying enter 0 to exit. So we are telling user enter 0 because here you see the problem. If user enters 0, then exit the program. Then what we will do, if then number equal to 0, then we should exit it, right? So if number equal to 0, this is our if block, we should break the program, and we need to check if the user entered 0 or not, and we are checking with this if block. Then what we need to do, we need to see that if the number is even or odd. If user didn't enter 0, that means user want to check the number is even or odd. So then in the next if block, if number, then modulo operator 2 equal to 0, then it should be even and will print even. Else it will be odd. So you have, and then a printing, you have entered 0, so program exit. When you exit, that means you entered 0. We are giving that message to the user. Let's run this one. Please input a number to know even or odd. Let's add a number. Let's say 12. We know 12 is an even number. See, it says a even, and it keep asking. Again, please input a number to know even or odd. Let's say another number. Let's say 15. We know it's a odd number, right? If you divide by 2, there will be remainder. See, it says odd. Let's say another number. Let's write another number. You tell me. 10. 10 is even number, right? Divided by 2. See, even. So it's working fine. Now when to exit it, we need to check this code also, right? If it is exiting or not. Let's put 0. And it's exit the program. You entered 0, is no more is asking. You entered 0, so program exited. Okay. So our practice problem 3 is a program to calculate the factorial of a number. So from maths, we know what is the factorial of a number. Let's say 5. Number is 5. So how to get the factorial of a number? Yes, you are right. 5 into 4 into 5 factorial will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So you can write like this also, this one, right? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Both are same because you are multiplying it. Now, is it ringing a bell? Where we looked into this kind of sequence of a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How we can generate this sequence? Yes, we use this range function. We can use the range function, and we already studied the range function into our for loop video. If you want to refer this video, I'm going to give the link to the description box. You can refer that particular video for loop. But now, to generate this sequence number, we are going to use a range function. Very good. So first we need to get a result variable where we are initialing the result variable to 1 because we are going to multiply. So if we put the result variable to 0, then it will all become 0. So that's why I'm putting 1 here. And then we are getting the user input, okay, and storing into the num variable. Cool. Then we are having starting the for loop where we are using the range function. Range functions, we are saying start with 1. So 1 to number, whatever user will put. But you remember the range function. When you give the end number here, it excludes that number. So if you put the number 5 here, then it will have the range 1, 2, 3, 4. Exclude the 5. So that's why we are doing +1 here. So that if user enter 5, then we'll get the range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will become 5 plus 1, 6. So we'll get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will have the result variable and storing our multiplication result into result variable. So first it will loop through and it will get the 1 into 1, 1. Then loop, it will get the 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. And it will stop there. And we can print it. The factorial for number is result. Let's run this one. Enter the number. Let's say user get the factorial of 5. 120. Pretty cool, right? It's working fine. Let's say another number. Let's say 10. Wow, we got the factorial. Okay, let's see our last practice problem for this video, and this is going to be a fun, believe me, because we are going to create a game here with this using while, for, and if statement in Python. Okay, and what is the game? Game is the guessing game for a user. So what we are going to do is we are going to use our this program to get a random number between 1 to 10, and then we'll ask user to guess what number randomly we choose. And we'll then provide the feedback also. If the user guessed right, wrong, or it is too high or too low, like that. Okay. So here one thing you need to know, that we are going to use Python random module to get the random number between 1 to 10. So I'll quickly show you. If you go to Google, and I am going to give this link also. This is a random module in Python, which is inbuilt module. We need to import that, and there is a one method called randint. How to use that method? Let's see this example. So this is a random module. When you this particular method you are going to execute, what this method does, it takes a two integer here, start and end. Now start number, end number. So I am asking that this module to guess a number between 1 to 10. So as many as time you run this, it will randomly get a number. 4, 8, you see, it's randomly getting a number. Let's say you can give a 1 to 100. Okay, then it is getting a number, randomly generate number 33, 57, like this. Don't worry, is the import statement. I will cover this import statement later in other videos, but for this video, just consider is that if you want to use this random module, so that for that this random int method, then you need to get this module imported in your program, and from there you will call this method. That's it. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll cover it later. What is import? What is why we import and all those things. Okay, let's jump to the program. I am excited. Hope you are also, and it should be fun. So, our guessing game, right? First, we are going to do is we need to get the number generated randomly. For that, we are importing the random, module, and we are generating a number between 1 to 10. It can be 100 also, but currently for this program, we are doing 1 to 10, and we are storing that number in a variable called rand_num. Then we will keep looping through, because we don't know how many times user will take to guess the right number. That's why we should loop it through, continue the loop. That's why you are using while loop here, right? So that is while through. We keep looping. Then what will happen? We are going to get the user input, user guess. What user guessing between 1 to 10. And we store that in a assign that particular value, whatever user guess, in a user guess variable, and you see that we are converting it to integer, because we already covered it. When you use the input method, it by default it get as a string. We need to convert to the integer, okay, if we are looking for a number. Then we are checking if user guesses greater than 10 or not. Maybe user made a mistake, it could happen, right? They should, we ask them to guess a number between 1 to 10, but by mistake they guess something 40, 50, something like that. Then we need to tell that you guess more than 10, you should guess between 1 to 10. It may happen user guessed a negative number or 0. Okay, then we need to tell again that you should need to be guessed less than 1, because you guessed less than 1, you should guess between 1 to 10. It's clear, right? This two if block, no issue on that. Now let's say user guesses greater than what computer generated as a random number. Then we need to give a hint to the user. Say you guess too high. You should, for say user guess 7, and actually the computer generated 5. Then you need to tell, right? You need to slow down your guess. We are giving a hint, and again we are giving a chance to user to enter again the number here. So it will again, it will go to the while loop here, and it will ask that please enter a number. Now maybe user guess low, than computer. Then it would give again a hint. You guess too low. So user should increase their guess. Okay, maybe computer generated 5, user guess 2. Then we need to tell that you guess too low. Let's go little bit higher. Okay, giving a hint. Else, what can happen? Then another possibility is user guessed right. Computer generated 5, user also guessed 5, then good, user won. Then we need to tell that to the user, right? You got the right one. So congratulations, you guessed the right number, and we can break the program there. That's it. So let's run it. Sorry. So we are asking to guess a number between 1 to 10. Let's say user guess 5. Okay, we don't know what computer guessed till now. So computer is saying no, you guessed too low. So we need to, the computer guess more than 5. So let's see, user now put 7. Then user said, then computer is saying you guessed too high. So now that means we know, right? We got the hint. When we put 5, it's saying too low. When you putting 7, then computer says too high. That means it will be 6. We won. See, congratulations, you guessed the number 6, which is correct. Cool, right? Hope you enjoyed this one. This is a with if else, while loop, and for loop, using while loop and if else, we able to create a cool game here where user can play with the computer, the guessing game. And you can modify it also. You can make it 1 to 100, 1 to 1000. You can increase the difficulty level also, like this. If you have any comments, feedback, or you are facing difficulties to understand any concept, please let me know in the comment box. I will try my best to help you and reply with my best ability. And if you like this video, today's video, then please hit the like button and share with others. If you are new in this channel and not subscribed yet, then please hit the subscribe button, as I upload new videos every week, and you will not miss any interesting one and the important one, which will help you in your coding journey. See you soon to the next video. Till then, happy learning, happy coding. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with others. If you are new to this channel and not subscribed yet, then please hit the subscribe button so that you will get notified when I upload new content. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and happy coding.